Greetings, I'm Mystrom, and I'm dedicated to defeating type 2 diabetes worldwide. Let's talk about a simple activity to add to your new eating pattern that will keep you healthy, slim, and fit. Once you've made this activity a habit, you'll find it very easy to maintain. The challenge is breaking your existing habit and building a new one. But you can do it. Once you establish this new habit, you'll find that not only will your body change, but also your attitude and outlook will too. What is this activity? Have you ever wondered why so many other nationalities are slimmer than Americans? I wondered too, but the answer revealed itself to me over many years during my travels on behalf of the United States Olympic Committee. Most European and Asian cities were far along in their development hundreds of years before cars and trucks became the primary vehicles for moving goods and promoting commerce. The streets in Europe and Asia were designed to accommodate the needs of the time. Buildings were then built close to both sides of streets with little room for anything beyond sidewalks and narrow streets for the slow-moving carts powered by horses, oxen, and humans. Widening streets for automobiles now is prohibitively expensive. As a result, the narrow streets remain unaccommodating to vehicle driving and parking. The result: people walk. In Paris, London, Prague, Lausanne, and most other large and mid-sized European cities, the sidewalks are bustling and flowing with walkers. Walking is necessary, of course, but also enjoyable for native citizens and visitors alike. Only Manhattan, in my experience in American cities, comes close to matching the walking requirements in European cities. In the African countries I visited, people walk for a different reason. In Malawi, for example, people don't have sufficient income to even dream of purchasing a car. Walking is the primary form of transportation and commerce. In my mind's eye, I clearly see tall, slim, erect Malawian women on sparsely used dirt roads, walking in single lines with wooden branches, sacks of maize, and jugs of water balanced firmly on top of their heads. This is the commerce of rural Malawi. This is their highway system. As you can guess, people in the areas I've just described are slim and healthy looking. Walking is simply the best lifetime healthy habit. Here are a few ways to start a walking habit. 1. Finding a friend or friends to walk with is one of the best ways to build a regular walking habit. You'll have both company and commitment. You'll see things in your own neighborhood you never noticed from your car. You may end up stopping to talk to people who have lived near you for years and whom you've never shared a story with. People who have enjoyed this habit for a long time talk about this time as a pleasant, satisfying part of their day. My sister, Roseanne, and her friend Donna, both retired teachers, started walking 13 years ago. The two women live just 2 houses apart near the top of a hilly area with nicely spaced homes fronted by cedar, pine, oak, alder, and cottonwood. For 9 months of the year, flowering plants decorate their walks. They made some early decisions about their walks that have served them well. They decided upon morning walks. We start at 8, said Roseanne. We agreed to a Monday through Friday schedule. It's no surprise that these women became trim and healthy. Roseanne, by the way, started when she was 73 and Donna was 78. 2. Walking with a purpose. A few years ago, we moved to a new neighborhood, a few miles from where we had lived for more than 30 years. Early in the morning, as I was leaving for work or a workout, I would often see a group of cheerful, healthy neighbors walking, talking, laughing, and picking up litter. I knew some of them and asked how long they had been doing their early morning excursions. One of the leaders said, "Well, I started when my daughter was in kindergarten, and now she's 41. They have a healthy, active lifestyle. They're all slim and in excellent physical shape, and our little part of the world is cleaner and better because of them." 3. Walking or just moving more after dinner at no other time in your day will activity have as much impact on your weight and blood sugar as the hours between dinner and bedtime. This is the time our promises die. This is the time our health gets superseded by sloth unless we actively choose health. This is not just your problem. Almost everyone has faced this at some point in their life. If you focus on moving after dinner, your insulin demand decreases, and therefore your weight decreases. Even better, that reduction in insulin demand and weight loss continues into your sleeping hours. Now, conventional wisdom would say that 30 minutes of light to moderate activity is insufficient to burn much glucose, but conventional wisdom hasn't been tested like this. My glucose measurements show that glucose burning continues during your activity and continues before bedtime and for the first 2 or more hours of your sleep. Some activity between the time you eat and the time you go to bed is the most important and effective activity you will have all day. The first thing you need to do is to get into the mindset of moving after dinner. If you're one of those folks who gets up from the table, moves to the living room, and positions yourself in front of a TV or a computer, changing that pattern and adding about a half hour of some physical movement after dinner will have a big impact on your weight, your health, and the reversal of type 2 diabetes. So how do you get into the habit of doing this? After dinner activity suggestions: 1. Do some of your daily out-of-home chores after dinner instead of doing them before dinner. For example, do your food shopping and any other shopping or errands after dinner, and when you do, park farther from the store than you usually would. Plus, you will have just eaten, and hunger won't tempt you to buy snacks. 2. Instead of doing yard work on weekends, do a little bit each evening after dinner. 3. Begin taking an after-dinner walk with friends or your spouse. It doesn't have to be long. It can be just around the block to start and let it build naturally to longer walks. It doesn't have to be as long to be effective in reducing the glucose created by your dinner. 4. If you go out to eat in a location that accommodates walking, start the habit of parking 3 or 4 blocks away from the restaurant and walking to the restaurant. That action means you'll walk before you eat, and, more importantly, after you eat. 5. If you have a shopping mall nearby, go there and walk around for a while. 6. When you do sit down in front of the TV, make it a point to get up and walk around your house or yard during commercials. This will also help you curb snacking, as a commercial break is one of the most common snacking cues. In conclusion, you don't have to work hard after dinner, just move. You're going to move naturally after breakfast and lunch, but you don't necessarily move after dinner. You should begin this pattern and make it your habit. You will be astounded at the difference this will make in your weight and health over the years. In the next podcast, you'll learn how to categorize foods and which foods to eat freely to lose weight and reverse type 2 diabetes. I'm Rick Mystrom, and you've been listening to Defeating Type 2 Diabetes Worldwide.